Is That You, God? It's Me by Alexander Ragsdale. Give me all the hell you've got to spare. The devil knows my name, maybe yours too. Heave these bones through this damnation. Make four walls of this bloodied, vagrant body. Tarnished and cursed, wandering lands between. Grant us a temple to all the temptation, a prayer to the hedonistic. What bastards! Daring to know of the divine, the sacred of wanting to touch humanity. Give me all the hell you've got to spare with all the old gods and pantheons, whose epics forever burn the ages, the sinners with saint-like ambition, the martyrs without a cause. There are no righteous men, but I've met a few good ones, burning by the midnight oil of resilience. Give me all the hell you've got to spare, laughing at the maddening hardships. I'd peeked the abyss and longingly leered fixedly into the lake of fire, asking it for answers to no avail. Sought for truth, as all men do in absurdity, with only one thing left, to ask the inferno, do you think God has a death wish? After making us mortal in its image, only heathens to burn eternal with a smile. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pizza Poetry Bonanza Hour here at the Casa Bianca Pizza Parlor in New Haven, Connecticut. I am Tom Centula, and I read and write poetry. This is something I cooked up from the Sonnet Sphere collection. This one is called The Essentials. Stuck with mouths to feed and a price to pay, we must deal with the fire around us, especially the one coming our way, where some people throw us under the bus. In a world where life becomes the hammer, we've given all of ourselves as the nail, waiting to be hit by the big slammer. Soon enough, our battered souls become stale. Nothing left to dream, something more to give. While a few might thank us with little bliss, even when you loathe us, we let you live. With infinite service while you still hiss. Yet you continue to piss, moan, and fuss, while the bottom line is, you still need us. Getting out of Dodge. It's compromising to be helpful, young, overwilling, and sacrificial, but no one warns you about the mistakes you're going to make. Not because you're scanning the world up and down, but the world has a hit out for you. All the excitement that you have just brainstormed about dominating the world makes you forget about what the obstacle course of life is all about and how much work there is that's ahead just to eke through each day where life is closing around you. Youth fleets away with each ounce of grinding, with social construction, working for scrap in general, finding ways to make life bearable when there's almost little money to live on. Adding to the mix, living to feed a habit that makes you alive and happy, whatever it is, becomes the end game where the lives yearn to stay alive. That one was from the Anathematic Darkness collection that came out in 2023. The Sonisphere collection came out in 2022. So, thanks for having me here tonight, guys. It's been a privilege to be here in Connecticut. Last time in New Haven, where I read at Strange Ways, which I'll be over and over again next month on the 7th of November. Here's another one from the Anathematic collection, Swamped. To look around me and see people grow up to become what the world gun points us to become can scare anyone, but only with a glare, snarl, and an idle threat strong enough. Everyone I know today has ownership of their lives, but do they really? If they're living with the herd as their night watcher to do what each generation has done before, which is produce, reproduce, obey, and conform, where I, who lives with no boundaries, that no one knows or cares that if I live or die, have evolved with a mind spinning like a top, and inside bleeds in sour doses of dreams, of gold, now settling into private suffering and anonymity where only I can sort out the pieces one by one. To privately ask yourself, to privately suffer, wondering, what have I done? All while you're home from a job you don't like and you have children racing each other to get to you first, only to be too tired to hug them, let alone play hide and seek with them. The child in you is dead, and the soul is recovering from the pounding it took from virtually everyone. But when you rest your head on the pillow upstairs, you're just as lonely as you are alone. Recharging from the spiritual sweating you endure, enduring the lashes the week gives you. That's from obeying the norms we were tricked into believing that would give us the peace of mind when we only get it from sleeping those problems away, escaping into the abyss of another life that will never happen. Let's see, what else should I read? There's a lot to cover here this afternoon, here at the Casa Bianca. Oh, here we go. Some new stuff that will be coming out either at the end of this year or next. It's called Devolve into Chaos, Ascend into Air. Making room for you to spend the night inside me makes me sleep easier. Giving you one more room to spend the rest of the week there makes me devolve into chaos. Traveling in the outside world with this hovering feeling, igniting me to take the day, gives me the vigor to endure the worst in store for me. Using your image to live my best, like a parrot on my shoulder, hanging on to my every word, giving you, second by second, motion by motion, and following my lead everywhere I go. Going to work, home from work, commuting to the city, having dinner in the middle porch alone while mumbling jibber jabber to keep myself protected from the intrusive thoughts you star in to pluck my heartstrings. This gives me the flight I need to propel through each day, each time you cross my mind, And each time you appear in the park when all I want to do is jog without having to worry about thinking about you. It's stimulating and all, but there's a danger to this addiction where all I want is you, even if you don't care about me, and if you told me to drop dead, and my heart broke before I realized that it set the tone for me to live freely, I would die before I come reincarnated as an integral member of the fresh air we walk through. So how you guys doing here tonight? Good?
Yeah.
Doing all right? Working hard or hardly working? Yeah. There's a lot going on, so I thought I might busy myself by coming here. I've been to one of the other pizza places near Yale University. There's this $20 pizza pie I had. It was delicious. It was like a red, spicy pizza with mozzarella cheese on it. It had a lot of water too. It was good. Okay, this one comes from the recent collection I just released back in February, the late winter. This one is called Heartbroken to Heartbreaker and Vice Versa from the Adventures Aren't Always Fun collection. If you've been heartbroken, you'll become the heartbreaker. And if you're the heartbreaker, you'll soon be heartbroken. Short but sweet, but just too sweet. Here's another one from the anathematic reading. This one is called The Social Maze. People are a big maze to have to walk through just to realize that you can live however you want, except you won't know how to, just as they walk through you. People are the ultimate obstacle course, where we have to find a way around and vice versa. You and them are feuding each day, where sometimes after good morning, the games begin, while sometimes they start even before you two meet. Difference of opinion in favorite ice cream can start a fight, let alone why you should get a raise to play Hamlet, yet root for the Yankees. Trying to understand them hands-on in an abnormal psychology class with additional social sciences. As for humanities, that's a mystery because it's hard to find that anywhere. And even if you have advanced degrees in it, sometimes the streets can't even prepare you for the abstract life you're about to live. How's it going? Yeah. Great on time here. So, this is another one I cooked up last year that's set to appear in the next collection coming out right after this one. Right after The Adventures Aren't Always Fun collection. This one is called Preparing for the Inevitable. It's a travesty we're not together, working on ourselves full circle instead. Regardless of what detractors have said, our upgrades are a boundless endeavor. Breathing life in our desired avatar will invite us to love each other more, with wisdom and freedom to make us soar, holding a weight to take us both far. Embattled alone, forged by lonesomeness, whether betrayed or undesirable, embracing their rigid divisiveness, like outlaws who became more powerful. Our downtime in ourselves, which we invest, make our views of life invulnerable. Clueless. Clueless is an existential being. My actions get me in so much trouble. My impulses are ways of true living. There are times I don't see what I'm doing as my mistakes pile up on the double. Clueless is an existential being. Always acting, but I'm never seeing myself as I fall into rubble. My impulses are ways of true living. My unplanned clumsiness is a being of what we all are out of our bubble. Cluelessness is an existential being. Lack of self-awareness has me seething where just one false move will get me pummeled. My impulses are ways of true living. Living is an abstract world where being yourself is a quantum leap or stumble. Clueless is an existential being. My impulses are ways of true living. So as I pulled up here during the day, like around 11:15, I saw a couple of students walking from Union Station into over to campus, and then as I saw that, I saw a bunch of other artists painting and drawing their portraits and their favorite things to do when they're not at school, sitting on the street, sitting in the middle of the street, and coming together, listening to some nice, joyful music, right on College Street. As you know, this is a college town, so it was good to see everybody coming together. A lot of small college towns do that, so it's good that we're able to get along so willfully. Now here's another one. This one's called Invisible Forces. Invisible forces decide our fate. We're the ones who act on mind and spirit. Free will is the strongest power there is. Environment and action are those that slate whether we get smashed or are a smash hit. Invisible forces decide our fate. We can take action or be still and wait. Our destiny is not based on sacred writs. Free will is the strongest power there is. Through skill, grit, or willpower that's innate, we all fight predetermined lives that's shit. Invisible forces decide our fate. It's love we need before it's all too late, as we search for our way in life's toolkit. Free will is the strongest power there is. We all have one life to live, love, and hate. We must keep our values close by, close-knit. Invisible forces decide our fate. Free will is the strongest power there is. That's all I have for today on this Saturday, October 11th, 2025. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Centula Tom Centula on Facebook, at TA Centula on YouTube. It's been a slice to be here in New Haven with you all, and I hope your I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I hope I was an integral part of that. So, my next reading here in Connecticut will be on November 7th at Strange Ways, 151 Orange Street. So, that's a month away. Put that on your calendar. And other dates will be announced on Instagram and Facebook, so stay tuned. Thank you for your support and your time, and have a great weekend.